how does all that apply to you? You don't see many season 15 relievers, and there's been a lot of transition with you.
Guys like Javier Lopez, I had him in my corner. Guys like Jeremy Affeldt, Tim Hudson, Matt Cain, Jake Peavy, guys that it's the way they played, it's the way they carried themselves. There was the way they challenged me in those aspects, like who are you? Is this really who you are? Is this really who you're gonna be here? You know, and like challenged me to tell myself the truth, you know. And by the end of my stay with them, or my playing time with them, I was able to tell them, yes, this is who I am. This is what I wanted to be. This is what I strove to be, and this is what I'm going to continue to be. And it took me, 2-3 years in the big leagues, but it also took being around specific people, individuals, teammates, watching them work, again, the way they carried themselves, the way they spoke and treated others, spoke to and treated others. The way they made me feel visible, it's what I want to make these young bucks feel visible too. It's a great accomplishment to make to the big leagues. It's an even greater accomplishment to establish yourself and stay. It's 2.5, 3 years is, the league average, if I'm not mistaken, kind of smoked that, kind of beat that a little bit. And if it weren't for those guys that I mentioned, especially Javi, I wouldn't have been able to. I don't know if I would have been able to respect myself enough to tell myself the truth. If they would always tell me if someone's going to tell you the truth in this world, let it be you. At the very least, let it be you. And it's helped me out. It really has. I have to grow up. I've had to grow up in many ways, on and off the field, and those ideals, those concepts help me out a lot.
No player in there, I don't think, has played in a World Series game. You've played in one. What is that? If somebody asks you what it's like playing and winning a World Series, you won 3. How is that the ultimate motivator? I would imagine just to get back there.
That's the reason why we play, right? I'm assuming we were all kids at one point in the backyard saying Game 7 World Series. Either we put ourselves in the batter's box or put ourselves in the mound, right? And that's kind of the ultimate goal. That's the climax. That's the peak of it, And to go down and be able to call yourself just a World Series champion, period, in any sport. That's what we strive for. It's what we're fighting for. So there's sacrifices. There's tears, sweat, blood, however, all them other things that we put out there just so that we can at least get an opportunity, just for the opportunity. And then here we are with the group of guys that, as a whole, wow, we're creating our own opportunity. Those guys started from the last couple of years on their own, and then also the additions of Suarez and Winker and Ray. These guys, they've found ways to be successful before, and now they're just here together, put it all together as a group service. He surprised me yesterday because the way he held court in his my first meeting with the team and everything. I was not surprised by the way he held it. That there's high expectations here, and the teams that he was able to put out, the lineups he was able to put out last year, it's no surprise, So I think this generation is more see it to believe it. And I know these guys maybe, haven't necessarily been to the playoffs, and I know there's been somewhat of a drought here, with the Mariners. So I'd like to change that. I'd like to show them, believe it, and if I got to bring my rings in, or I got to put videos of myself, because even myself, I didn't really believe it until it happened. So, yeah, man, just fearless. Got to go at it. Who wants it more? Who's hungry? At the end of the season, who wants to be the last one standing for reals? Most people say that they want it and they want it and they want it, but the grind takes away from that. It's a marathon of a season, and the grind takes away from that. So I think the way I feel that I can challenge these guys and throw some concepts, plant these little seeds in their heads, I think it can grow into something pretty nice here.